This is one of the oldest condominium buildings in the downtown Austin area. Now, this property was built in 1938, so this property has seen a lot of stuff in its time. It's been through World War II, the Civil Rights Movement, the moon landing, and then more recently the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, before this was a condominium building, it actually used to be just for offices, but then in the 2000s, it actually was converted into high-end lofts with some really interesting features that we're going to check out in today's video. I'm going to go through 2 units, talk in depth about this building and these specific units, go over pricing, and why these are some very interesting properties for you to consider if you're looking to move to the downtown area. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to tell you about a very special exemption that you get for purchasing a condo in this building that gives you a pretty substantial break on your monthly payments. But back here in the video, we just walked into the 2-bedroom unit that we're checking out today. Now, this is a 2-bed, 2-bath property on 1,421 square feet. And in this unit, you get really wide open spaces like you see here in your main living room, a really nice kitchen, high ceilings with a very weathered industrial look, and some pretty decent natural light. Once we get closer to the windows, I'm going to point out a few things that I really want people to be aware of if you're considering properties like this. So make sure you keep watching. But right now, we're looking in the kitchen that was fully remodeled. In fact, most of the area that we're in right now was remodeled on the interior. It was repainted. You have some new baseboards. They took care of a lot of the interior design features just because this is a pretty old building. If these sellers want to attract a buyer, they really need to put their best foot forward. And a lot of these updates are very preferable to new buyers that are out there. They have new appliances, updated cabinets and doors, new paint all around you, and a brand new backsplash here in the kitchen. And then over on that right wall, you have a bunch of wide open windows letting in a bunch of natural light. I'm not 100% sure if the windows were updated to be double paned. They look a little bit older, and you'll see that once I get closer to the window. But other than that, here is your pantry space, which is a pretty decent amount of space, especially for a kitchen of this size. And then just to the right of this pantry, you have your new refrigerator. There's also another brand new refrigerator in the second unit that we're checking out in this video. But turning over to our left, we're going to take a little bit of a deeper look at this living room area, which I am a super huge fan of. You have really high ceilings in this area, lots of windows, and then this just wide open space that you can configure in so many different ways. Now, usually I really prefer touring properties that are staged, so you're able to see what those properties look like with furniture in them, just because sometimes when you look at an empty property, it's a little bit of an optical illusion because sometimes properties can feel a bit smaller without furniture in them, which is kind of weird because the spaces are effectively smaller because you have space being taken up by the furniture. But anyways, here's some pictures of what this property looks like staged out. Once I saw pictures of this property vacant and staged, I just knew I wanted to get this featured on my channel just because this was such an interesting property. But anyways, back here in the video, we just got up to these windows where we're looking into this closed off atrium area. Now, I wanted to point this out because you aren't really getting any direct sunlight most parts of the day. Around noon, you may get some light coming directly straight down into this area, but I'm not sure if you're going to get any rays of sunlight beaming directly into your unit, which can be a good and a bad thing. For some people, if you really love all of that natural light flowing into your unit, this may not be the right one for you. But for those of you who know Texas and you know how hot it gets, this may be a blessing. You still get a pretty decent amount of natural light without having to worry about the sun heating up your unit. Another thing I wanted to point out about that area was the privacy. So as you can tell, most of the other units have window access to this area. So if you are looking for a bit more privacy, you either have to close off this window with the shutters that were available or find some other way to give yourself some privacy. But back here in the video, we just took a look at that laundry room area and we're closer to the front of the unit, and now we're checking out that first bedroom. Now, this is bedroom number 1. It has a bathroom attached to it. Again, you have the high ceilings in here, a closet, and an ensuite bathroom that we'll check out in just a second. One thing I will point out that I have gotten feedback on from another condo video that was pretty similar to this one was that there are no windows in this specific bedroom. In the primary bedroom, there will be windows, but in this secondary one, you don't have any natural light coming into this area. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, this property was actually an office building before it was converted into loft condos like this unit. So you will run into a few areas that may make more sense for an office rather than a bedroom, just like the one we came from. But here's a look at that ensuite bathroom. You have a single vanity, a shower tub combo with an adjustable shower head, and a similar type of flooring to what we saw in the main living area. But from here, we're going to leave this bedroom, head to the right so we can look at a storage area that we have towards the front of the unit. But as we're checking that out, I also wanted to give a huge thank you to the listing agent Lily Clayson for allowing me to showcase this beautiful unit and the second one that we're about to check out in this video. My name is Marc Duncan, and I'm a realtor here in the Austin, Texas area that specializes in helping my clients find their ideal properties, whether that's in downtown Austin or some of the surrounding areas. So if you're interested in moving to the area, make sure to reach out. I would love to be your real estate professional of choice. Also, if you're interested in any information about this unit or the next one we're about to check out, make sure to reach out. I would be happy to send you all of the additional documents, floor plans, and other information that you'll need to make a decision for yourself or your family. Back here in the video, we just got into the primary bedroom area, and we have, again, high ceilings, some more natural light with these huge windows over on your left-hand side, and a mixture of flooring types in this area. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the mix of tile and polished concrete. It would be nice if everything was uniform, but I'm curious to hear what you think about this in the comments. This area in person looks like it would comfortably be able to fit a queen-sized bed and still have some room for nightstands on the side and a dresser right in front of you. A king-size bed may be a bit of a stretch to get in here. It might be possible, but I think you would be more comfortable with a queen size in here. Here's a quick peek at your closet space. You have some adjustable storage areas in here and a little area to put some hangers on as well. Let me know what you think of the size of that closet in regards to this bedroom. And then now we're gonna head over to our left and check out this primary bathroom. Now, like the first bathroom, it is a single vanity. You have a nice mirror and it's gonna be a shower tub combo. These are pretty similar to each other, but in this one over to your left, once we take a look behind the door, there is gonna be some additional storage, which is pretty nice. But here right in front of us is your pretty standard shower tub combo. Now, another one of my favorite features about this property has less to do with the interior or really this condo. It has to do with your payments behind the scenes. So this property is listed on the National Registry of Historic Places. This property was built in 1938 and maintains a high degree of historic integrity in the modern and Art Deco style. This property was converted into lofts in the early 2000s, and since then a lot of important elements have been modernized, like the fact that this building has a modern boiler system and a chilled water HVAC system, so there aren't any individual water heaters or AC condensers to maintain in this building. But because this property is listed on the National Registry of Historic Places, you can get up to around 35% off of your property taxes. And then if you also pair that with your homestead exemption, you can get around a 75% discount on your taxes. And if you don't already know this, Texas is one of the highest property tax areas in the US, so having that big of a discount on your taxes is pretty huge. But anyways, that was the tour of Unit 2J, and now we're going across the way. This unit is going to be on the same floor, and this is Unit 2A, which is a 1-bed, 1-bath property on 849 square feet. This property is listed by the same listing agent, so thank you again for allowing me to showcase this property. But you'll have a lot of similar features in this unit that we also saw in the other one. Now, this one is going to be a bit smaller, but here in this main area, you have this nice wide open space with the high ceilings and some good natural light coming in through this little atrium area. I will say one main difference is going to be your kitchen and your storage area in the kitchen. Now, if you remember that first unit, you will remember that we had that pantry in addition to some additional cabinets around the kitchen. This one doesn't really have an island or other counter space other than this little strip right here. When I was here in the unit, I was wondering how I would personally lay this out, and I was thinking I would maybe put another countertop facing these windows with some additional cabinets underneath just to give you some more counter space and some more kitchen storage, but that would effectively cut off some of that window that's right here. So I'm not sure if I would do that. Let me know how you would lay out this space down in the comments. But here in the kitchen, you have this Korean countertop with this nice white subway tile backsplash. All new appliances. This refrigerator still has all of the styrofoam inside of it, so it hasn't even been used yet. And then over here to our right, you have the same atrium area, and we can actually see into that first unit that we looked at. Once we look towards the bottom level, you can see all of the lights that are in there. So remember earlier when I mentioned privacy, just keep that in mind. You will be able to see into other units if you have your windows frosted or if you have some shutters down. And then after here, we're gonna head down this hallway again so I can show you the laundry area that we have in here. You have your washer and your dryer in here, both full-sized and ready to go. And just like the other unit, you have a sliding door right in front of the laundry area. And then now we're gonna head a little bit closer to the front so we can check out the 1-bedroom that you have for this unit. And here you have these really shiny polished concrete floors and a pretty good amount of space in here. Looks like you can fit a full-sized in here very comfortably, maybe a queen, and still have some room on either side for your nightstands. And then over here to your left even more, you have your closet space. Now, while we're checking out the rest of this bedroom, the closet, and the ensuite bathroom, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about where we are in downtown Austin. Now, we're just off of Lavaca Street and we're really close to UT, but not too close. You're within minutes of walking distance to so many nearby restaurants. You're less than 10 minutes to Lady Bird Lake, 5 minutes to the Paramount Theater, 15 minutes to the Austin City Hall, 10 minutes to the Texas State Capitol, and you have super quick access to Congress Avenue for shopping and dining. And then if you're working in the downtown area, there are definitely some really big employers in the area. For instance, the University of Texas, Google has a big campus here, as well as Meta and Austin Energy. And then for my personal recommendations, I recommend that if you're in the area, try Cafe Medici for some great coffee, the Roaring Fork for some good food, and the Roosevelt Room for some delicious craft cocktails. Back here in the video, we're checking out the bathroom that has a single vanity, a shower tub combo, pretty similar to what we've been seeing throughout the rest of this tour. And we're pretty much at the very end of what we're going to be seeing today. Now remember, if you are interested in this building, there are currently 3 units for sale and 3 units on the market for lease. So if you're interested in finding out what those units look like, make sure to reach out. I would be super happy to send you that information. And now we're finally at the end of the tour. I want to know down in the comments what you thought of this building. Do you think it's a little bit older for your taste? Do you like the character in here? I want to know all of that feedback down in the comments. And remember, if you are looking to move to the area, I would love to be your real estate professional of choice. I hope this video helps you in some way. Thank you and take care.